Alright everyone, it's me again, Dirty Honey. And this time I'm going to be talking about lifespan and how long we live. Like, how long are we supposed to live, right? Everyone kind of is grouped onto like 80-ish years, and if you live to be 100 or 90 or 100 something, you're like living a long ass time, right? So I don't know what's up with that. It seems like that's what's going on with what I hear from people that are close to me and what I hear, because I don't really witness any of it. I'm not there for any of it. And shit that happens all over the world, I'm not there for that either. People just, say it, or I read it somewhere or whatever. You gotta, and then I just believe my source and go with it, like most things happen, right? So, but anyways, there's the room for discussion on this, because in the book, the Holy Bible, which is a pretty popular book, I think it's like the most selling book on the planet or something, at least at one point. And so, of all time, maybe, I don't know what it is, but lots of people read this book, and lots of religions are based on it, and seemingly the book itself holds truths or things that have been cross-referenced in other parts of the world in similar time frames or whatever. So it's seemingly true, and it's not really disputed, I think, as much in general as much as it is that the Jesus character came back to life. Like, that's the part where people have to put on their faith belt and beliefs and stuff when, that sounds like bullshit or whatever. So, but the other things in there, I think, for the most part, people just, like, all right, yeah, that happened, but whether or not Jesus is God, we don't know. So anyways, that's for you to figure out. I'm not here to tell you that. So, but within the Bible, assuming that the story's in there and the information that's coming out of there is true-ish, at least, there's a lot of characters in that book that live for a freaking long-ass time, like hundreds of years, dude. I think Moses lived for like 800 or 900 freaking years, bro. So what's up with that, dude? We're only living for like 80? I bet, like, we feel like we got a good deal if we live for 80 years. Seems like we're getting ripped off. That doesn't seem like very many years compared to 800. I'm getting like 10% of my years out of this shit. So, if that's true, how the hell did they live for so damn long, man? What the fuck? How come all of a sudden now we're just living for 80 years and feeling lucky? And these dudes are living for like 800, 700, 200, 500 years, whatever. Oh. And a while back ago, I looked into it to see how many characters there are in the Bible, and I think it was like 20 plus characters that lived for 200 years or more. Something like that. You have to do your own homework, because I can't do it right now, and I'm just basing that on my memory. I'm pretty sure it was something like 20 characters in the Bible lived for over 200 years, dude. That's freaking a long-ass time compared to now. And so I'm thinking about that, and I'm like, I don't know anybody who lived past like 100 years old. And I'm thinking of life and like how everything is, and I kind of got a theory on what's going on, and maybe we can live for a long time. I think what might be happening is that, mind over matter is the thing. Okay, your mind is freaking so powerful, dude. They're actually using mind anesthetic, or they're working on figuring out mind anesthetic, where you can actually have surgery being awake just by being on like some VR machine, because your mind is so focused on what's happening in the VR, you don't even know you're being cut open. It's a real thing, dude. It's being worked on. You'll hear about it sooner or later, I'm sure. As long as you're not 80. Ah! So, just kidding, 80-year-olds. You're gonna live forever, dude. So anyways, the mind is super powerful, dude. So I'm thinking that, my theory says that we can live as long as we want. And basically, we're just telling ourselves to die at 80. Basically what I'm getting at, or the way I think it might work, is that when you're born, you almost immediately, upon understanding your language and your parents and what they're trying to happen, what they're telling you about, they'll start telling you about their religion and God and stuff. And that's about death, basically. It's telling you what's going to happen when you're dead. So you're already at a very young age, different for everybody, being introduced to death and being told that you're going to die. Okay, when potentially you just came from some eternal place. If we're going back to the same place we came from, you just came from there as a newborn or as a young child, and you're being told, oh, yep, you're going to die. And so your brain is already being attached to death. And as life goes on, that continues to happen. You'll hear about death. You'll hear famous people die, or, someone in your family dies, or somebody, whatever. TV talks about it. Movies show it. And so death is everywhere. You're being told that you're going to die. And as like in society, as a majority rule, if you were to go ask people how long they think they're going to live, 80 seems to be like the number, dude. Everyone wants to live to like 80, 85 years old. And so what happens is people die at around 80, 85 years old. Careful what you wish for. They've been telling us that forever. So don't wish for 80. Don't say, oh yeah, I wish I was 80. You're just kind of setting your mind, and for all we know, you're programming your entire body through your mind, which is the brain of your body, the computer, the programming unit of your body is being programmed from a very young age to die at 80. And so what does it do? It dies at 80. That's because you told it to. And you programmed it to. And so time goes by, and when you're young, you're not really focused on that, but it's being told to you, and you know it's there and all that. And so it's in your mind, and you're being subconsciously, potentially programmed to die at around that age, because you just keep hearing it. Ping, 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 ping. And then you start getting older, and you're getting closer to that. And people start talking about over the hill. When you turn 40, you're going to get over the hill. Oh, you're going to be over the hill, and you don't think about it. Whatever, over the hill, dude. I'm standing on this side of the mountain looking up it. I can't even see over that top of that hill. What are you talking about? It's nothing. And then you get to the top of the hill, and it's like, oh, fucking dude, holy shit. I'm standing at the top of this fucking hill. I'm 40. Everyone's been talking about I'm halfway dead when I hit this point. Now I'm here. I'm halfway dead. Holy shit. Standing at the top of this fucking mountain, looking down the other side. It looks all slippery. Patches of ice and cancer and fucking inflammation and who knows what else down there. Prostate shit. Like, damn, bro. What the fuck? And I'm carrying a 12-pack of beer, fucking all kinds of cigarettes and bad habits with me up this hill. I got to dump. Fuck this shit. I don't want to go down this hill. This hell is scary. I'm going to fucking die. And so what happens? Your brain and your body starts preparing for that downhill slide and dying, allowing itself to die. Kind of like when you start to get ready to go to bed at night. You turn the lights off, lock the house, lay down, maybe watch a little TV, bonk, bonk, bonk with the woman, and you're out, right? But you knew that was going to happen, and you set everything up to do that. And that's pretty much what we could be doing right now with our own bodies, with our lifespan. If you were born and your parents told you you're going to live for 200 years, don't listen to anybody else. 200 years, and they just preach that shit to you all your life, your entire life, and everyone around you was talking about how everyone lives for 200 years. Da, 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 da. Do you think you might live longer? Do you think your mental would be able to overcome some of those physicals? And kind of like when you're walking across, let's say you're standing in the middle of your front yard, in the grass in your front yard, you're standing there, just feet together, standing, looking up, looking around. You're just, you can stand on one foot, you can dance in a circle, boo, 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 jump, 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 wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I can drink a cup of coffee. And then all of a sudden you look down and you realize that you're standing on a 2-foot square that's 200 feet up in the air on a pole. And now all of a sudden your perspective changes. Holy fucking shit, dude. I'm standing on this fucking pole. I'm not going to dance around. I'm not going to move in a circle. I'm not going to drink coffee. I'm going to be holding on to this fucking thing for my life. What if a gust of wind comes and I fall to my doom? That's because you knew it was there and you were worried that you're going to fall. And so the likelihood of you falling is greater. If you're going to go and do something or take a test and everybody's telling you this is fucking impossible, dude, you are never going to pass this test. Nobody ever does it. It's totally impossible to pass. You can't make it past a certain point. You probably won't, dude. You're going to go into that programmed to fail or feel that it's super difficult and it's impossible based on everybody telling you to do. So the likelihood of you doing it is less. So I think, and if you notice, you'll look around, you'll see TV and advertisements and everything kind of points you to death, dude. I've dropped the phone. Everything kind of points you to death. Advertisements, billboards, TV shows, commercials, they all kind of, not every single thing 100%, but a lot of stuff will kind of reflect on the fact that you're going to die. Like you'll have lawyer billboards with crashes, and they'll show you that McDonald's billboard that you know is shit and it's going to kill you, and just temptation, slap around. And family members, religion, everything's telling you you're gonna die, man. So try this. Tell your kids, tell your family, tell yourself. Really try to convince yourself that you are gonna live for 200 years. I put a number of 222 years into my brain, and that's what age I'm shooting for. I'm gonna try to live for 200 fucking years, and I don't, probably won't make it that far because I'm already callous and programmed, and my body probably already paid a lot of that price for being programmed for so long. But if you're younger than me and you start young, you probably stand a much better chance of getting a lot closer to a number like that. In addition, you can't die from being stupid and jumping off of stuff, and you can't drive like a dickhead and crash and eat poop food and still expect to live long. You have to, I have another video talking about what to eat and how to diet and exercise video. Watch that one, dude. You have to include that in this 200-year thing because physical matters, but mental can really stretch. So the physical matters, but the mental can really stretch the physical to its maximum and overcome the physical even. So give it a try. Give it a try. Look yourself dead in the eye in the mirror and really fucking convince yourself. And honestly, to be honest with you, at least for me, I have to remind myself all the time. And it's hard to try to make it real. You have to make it real. It's getting easier for me because I've been doing it for a while. But at first, it's hard to tell yourself that because the inside of your brain will start to be like, no, Dick, you're going to die when you're 80. Don't try it. What are you fooling yourself? You have to really believe it. And if your mind ever starts to wander towards feeling sick or thinking about like terminal illness and stuff, you have to fucking really press your brain into thinking, just ignoring that kind of, and letting your mind take care of that and cross the bridge by looking at the destination rather than looking down and worrying about so much about how dangerous it is or how scary it is, whatever. So give it a try, man. I don't know if it'll work or not, whatever. I'll see you in 200 years and we'll figure it out. So I don't know if it'll work, but I'm trying it, and I'm going to tell my kids that shit too. So we're all going to live for that long, or a lot longer than everybody who's not trying it. So, like I say, you guys, have a nice day. Take this turn here. And this is Dirty Honey reminding you to be nice. And 91.5 FM KUSC has the best music on the planet by masters. Okay? Masters of music. Full-blown, complete genius types putting things into your ear. So y'all have a good day. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to smash the like button. Smash it, poke it, finger it, whatever you want to do to it. Just make sure it turns on or like blinks or whatever it does. Subscribe. Watch all my other videos. Tell your friends. And be nice. Do something good for somebody, man. Ain't gonna hurt you. All right? Might add another 50 years to your life just for being nice. All right, man. Peace out.